Hey up and welcome to Callums Corner. Right, I was going to be bringing you a new cookery video today, romantic with meat, but unfortunately that's been scuppered. I've recorded the whole bloody thing and I've just gone to edit it and put it up. And really disgustingly off-puttingly, I had a nostril hair that somehow sprouted out and it was really prominent, like a fat bloody black spider's leg. It was revolting, so that's bloody cancelled. Now that really bothers me. It's happening more and more often now. Like, I'll go to sleep normal and I'll wake up with a bloody great big nostril hair, or even my ears a little hair on, and my eyebrows as well, like big thick, like slightly gingery hair, grey hairs like coming up, and I have to pluck them. Really different kind of hairs. It's like it's been sucked out of my head, supercharged inside me, and just sprouted out of like weird facial features. Not that my facial features are weird, but just, yeah, it's annoying. It makes me feel ancient, and I'm only 35. It shouldn't be happening yet, I don't think. So yeah, I've had to cancel that one, which is a real shame because I've made a lovely meal, and I'll tell you what I made. So I did dauphinoise potatoes, which is like a French thing. Absolutely lovely, right? You chop up potatoes like really thin, almost like crisps, and you layer them in an oven-proof dish. But between each layer, you want to use, what you do is you get a load of butter, real salty goodness butter, and I crush about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, mix it in with it, and you put little bits of the garlicky butter between each layer till you get it about that high, and then double cream over the top, and it all cooks and bubbles up, and it just makes this gorgeous, creamy, garlicky potatoes. Absolutely lovely. With it, I did, and this is gorgeous, I did pork, I don't know how to pronounce it, escallops, I don't know how you pronounce it, but basically, you get a lovely pork chop, cut off all the fat. I know some people like the fat, but when you're doing like a romantic dinner, and this was meant to be cooking for romantic dinners for those of you who are going to uni and stuff and need to make a posh meal on a budget to impress women. But yeah, you cut off the fat because you don't want a mouthful of fat when you're being romantic, do you? And then you put some cling film over it and just smash it with a rolling pin or a meat hammer if you've got one, until it's quite thin. And then what you want to do is you coat it, and the coating you use, you beat a couple of eggs in a bowl and you put a nice spoonful of whole grain mustard, mix all that together, and in another bowl you want to grate a load of breadcrumbs, chop up a load of parsley really fine and mix it in with the breadcrumbs, and then you go bop with the meat into the egg so it's coated, and then the breadcrumbs all stick to it, pan fry it, gorgeous. And finally, I did, as a vegetable side, I did this Jewish style carrots that I had from years ago. I had this Jewish friend whose house I used to go to, and his mum taught me these. Lovely. Chop up the carrots real small, chop up a leek, and then you cook them in a saucepan, but you don't cook them in water, you cook them in butter. And they just soften up very slowly in the butter. You cook them for about 40 minutes or so, and you season it with this stuff called vegetable bouillon. I don't know how you pronounce it, but you sprinkle a spoonful of that in there and it all softens up nicely. Gorgeous. I was just going to be cooking for myself, but when I was smashing the meat, my mum came in to see what all the noise was, and she saw what I was cooking and she wanted one, which is a big to Amy, because she's been trying to spread her vegan-y, vegetarian ways to my mum, and she's barely eaten any kind of normal food recently, but she couldn't resist it when she saw my cooking. No one can resist a proper nice meat. So there you go, that's in your face, Amy. What else was there to tell you? Oh yeah, exciting news. So tomorrow I've been invited over to my missus, my lady, and I'm going over early because she says it's about time, if I'm going to be in her life, she says I've got to meet her son. He's only 6 years old. I'm pretty nervous because I know it's a bloody big deal to meet someone's child, and I've got to make a good impression. But I'm confident, I'm good with kids, I think, so hopefully it will go well. I want to buy him a present, not like a massive present so it looks like I'm just trying to buy his affection, but not a small present so it looks like I'm a cheapskate. So if any of you have got any suggestions as to what to buy a young lad, a 6-year-old kid, yeah, please do comment below and let me know. Yeah, so that's, yeah, I'm excited about that. You know, it's all moving along really well. I'm really kind of happy for the first time in ages. Everything's just going good. And in that vein, I'm not feeling so triggered recently. I'm going to make a video tomorrow responding to my hate comments. Going to be reading a few of the most stupid ones because they're pathetic and they're spasmoids and they still need to be dealt with. And I think I'll be able to do it in a calm manner. So yeah, do tune in for that. I'll make that in a day and I'll upload it before I leave tomorrow evening. Yeah, all exciting in Callum's Corner.